So now let's talk about some of the different market verticals and opportunities where that Pearl Nano would fit in. I know I mentioned a little bit earlier how this could be used in a house of worship environment, where it's an easy to use interface, simple encoder, and then you also have that HDMI pass-through where I can feed to an iMac or something else within the church itself.
Yeah, and it's not happening, currently. There's not a lot of live conferences going on, but when those do start picking up again, Nano's perfect for that, because you can, you have that pass-through. Someone's presenting a slides or whatever, and they want those displayed, but then be able to do that picture-in-picture and stream that out to a remote audience. It's perfect for those types of applications. Legislatures, again, you need to get your stuff out, especially because they can't sit right now. And it's a simple and easy way to just get some cameras in and send that feed out. Corporate applications, education. Education, we are going to have Panopto and Kaltura support at release.
Oh, wow,
and that's been a big one that everyone has been asking as soon as we start talking about education and Pearl Nano. Panopto and Kaltura has been one of those questions that has always come up. So we want to make sure that we're able to support that as well.
Absolutely, and I really think that the adoption for the educational market, where there is such a huge need to be able to do your remote learning environments, to get a product like the Pearl Nano in there, will make that production quality so much better and easier. And now you add to that the integration with Panopto or Kaltura. That's music to our dealers' ears, because they're going to see how this can quickly be implemented across an entire campus.
Yeah, this is kind of what I would expect as a basic typical type of system setup. You've got a computer feed doing PowerPoint presentations. You've got audio coming in either through XLR, most likely.
Yep.
And then you've got a camera feed of the person that's presenting. You've got the HDMI pass-through of whatever those slides are for the in-room experience, and then you're streaming it out to your audience, and you're recording it for some post-production purposes, so you can put it on demand after the event is over.
Absolutely, and I think the other thing that I just thought about too with that HDMI pass-through is even in the educational market, where the teachers are being tasked in doing a certain number of students in the classroom versus other students that are remotely. Once you start getting into those hybrid applications, that's where that really becomes an important feature.
For sure, yeah, 100%.
And then we have another use case here, using it as an output from a switcher into the Nano.
Yeah, so for something like this, I've got a switcher, I've got a bunch of inputs coming in, and I'm using that to switch my feed. But that switcher may not have a way to actually stream the content out. I used to work for a company, made amazing switchers, but every time I would go into a customer site to set it up, they said, well, I need to go and buy this other box because you guys can't stream to YouTube. And something like the Nano fits great into that, because I can take an output from the switcher, bring it into the Nano, and then stream it out to my CMS. And then if I don't have recording capabilities on the switcher, I can record that directly onto the Nano and have it available for post-production. Or maybe I want to double up just to make sure that I'm not going to lose the content. I can record it in multiple different places so that I'm sure that I'm going to have the content available for after the event.
And then here we also have it shown as a contribution encoder.
And this is where that SRT stream comes into play. So, we added that into Pearl Mini and Pearl 2. And we have people that are taking a Pearl Mini and camera and a microphone and sending it out to some remote contributors, which is fine, and that works great. We're happy that they're doing that. But the Mini is a little bit bigger. It has more inputs into it. So if you're sending this out to someone who isn't as technical, well, they're going to get a little bit more confused. Whereas the Nano, it's smaller, it's a little bit cheaper to ship because it's a smaller device.
Yep.
And you can send that out to people, and it's just a little bit easier to use because it is, doesn't have as many inputs in it.
If we're talking even in a corporate environment where the company I'm working with wants to send one of these Pearl Nanos to each of their presenters for an investor relations meeting, and now they all feed back into my Pearl 2 system using that SRT technology, I can still control the show from wherever I am.